Hope everyone's doing well. This is Jay from J&D's Retirement Journey. Today I'm going to go over all the stocks that paid us dividends in the month of February 2024. We have invested in these companies almost $171,000. This took a long time to get to this point, guys. You have to keep saving, make it systematic. Every paycheck, save something. Every raise, put it into a brokerage account. You keep going, and before you know it, you got a ton of money. Anyone could do this. We started with nothing. If you guys like this type of content, please remember to hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up. It'll really help out the channel. Thanks so much. I'm going to go right down the list here. AT&T, symbol T, paid us a dividend of $428, a yield of about 6.5%, and the value is $26,240. Global X cover call QYLD paid us a dividend of $88.45. The yield is approaching 12% here, and we have almost $9,100 invested in this company. The Schwab Value Advantage Money, INV, it's symbol SWVXX. It's basically the Schwab money market account. You know, it's something safe. We have a few dollars in. Gave us a dividend of $43.46, almost 5%, and we have $10,157 invested. As we go over to Realty Income, symbol O, $130, almost 6%, a little bit over $26,000 invested. Gabelli Utility Trust, GUT, $131. The yield is approaching 11%, $14,539 invested. JP Morgan Nasdaq Equity Premium ETF, JEPQ, $126, a dividend, almost a 10% yield, and we're looking at a little bit over $23,000 invested. AbbVie Incorporated, ABBV symbol, gave us a dividend of $321, about a yield of 3.5%, and we have $37,000 invested in this company. Abbott Labs, symbol ABT, a dividend of almost $58, a yield of almost 2%, and a little bit over $12,000 invested. ConAgra Brands, CAG, gave us a dividend of $79, a 5% yield, and we have a little bit over $6,000 invested. Vanguard Short-Term Treasury ETF, VGSH, a dividend of $6, 3.3 yield, and $1,800 invested. The Bloomberg Floating Rate ETF, FLRN, $9, a yield approaching 6%, $1,849 invested. The iShares Floating Treasury Rate, almost $9 there, a yield approaching 5%, $1,775 invested. Total dividends this month, it was a decent month, guys. $1,400 and almost $30, a yield of 6.15. Year to date, $1,910 in 2 months, which is great. The value, almost $171,000, the value of these companies that paid us dividends. We are at a little bit over $19,000 in dividends for the year. Our goal before retirement, we're trying to get to 30 in the next 2 to 3 years. Hopefully we can make it there. We keep going, guys. Let's take a quick look at AT&T. As of 10:30 in the morning on 3/1/2024, it was a little bit over $17. Year to date, it's basically flat, up 1%. This is one of the stocks I've been down quite a bit. As we look at the 5-year chart, it is down almost 25%. You know, my cost is like in the mid-20s, so I'm definitely losing some money on this one. Even though the dividend, as you could see, it's, you know, pretty up there, 6.5% since it's been going down so much. It just paid 28 cents last month. As we go over to Morningstar, basically see what the analysts are saying. 4 stars, Morningstar. Refinitiv has a $19 and change price target. And S&P Global has a $19 price target on this. As we go over to a Global X QYLD, it's another one that I regret buying here. It's down about a point and change from where I purchased it. It's at a little bit getting close to 18, which is great. We got to get to 19 and change for me to break even here. Year to date, it's up 3%. If you look at the 5-year chart, it's pretty much in the toilet, down 20%. As we go into the dividend, this is, I guess, what gets everybody kind of interested in this company, but you got to be careful with these yield traps. It's almost 12%. As we go into Morningstar, they're not really too high on this. It's 2 and 3 stars. I guess the 10-year rating is 4, but this is, I haven't been in it for 10 years, sad to say. But I'm a long-term investor, so let's see what the future holds. Average return and average risk, according to a Morningstar. This fund here, Schwab Value Advantage Money Investor Shares, basically money market, something safe to put my money in. Plan to use it down the road, maybe to fix something in the house. So 10 years, 10,000 invested will give you 11 and a half. And the yield is about 5%. That's what, regular CDs paying in that range, give or take. As we go over realty income, I guess another loser here. I bought it in the mid-60s, so I'm getting killed. I cost average down, but I'm a long-term investor. I'm getting like $130 now, and I'm reinvesting the dividend, so we'll get picking up a few shares. But the 52-week range, as you can see, hasn't been too hot, from 45 to about 65. Year to date, it's down 10%. And the 5-year chart is even worse, down 26%. The dividend, 5.91%, 26 cents. That's probably one of the only bright spots this year. But hopefully once the interest rates start to move up later in the year, this will get some movement in the right direction here. Morningstar has a 5-star rating. You can't go higher than that. Refinitiv has an outperform, a $61. S&P Global has a hold and a $56 price target on this company. All this information is right off the Charles Schwab website. Any broker, you should be able to get this information. Do your research. Talk with your financial planner before you invest in any type of security. I am not a financial planner. As you could see, the first 3 stocks, the first 3 companies here that pay me dividends, I'm not too happy with. So here we go into Gabelli. I'm down maybe a point and change. Right now it's at 559. It has a 52-week range of 460 to 738. And it's basically flat for the year. The 5-year chart is pretty bad. It's down 19%. One of the bright spots, it's the dividend here. It pays 5 cents a share. 10.77 is the yield. Morningstar has 3 stars right down, kind of like average. Not the worst, but not the best either. And historic return average, risk is average. But this is why I really want to get out. Besides being down, this expense ratio is way too high, 1.5 points. It's out of control. So that's basically the reason. I bought this years ago when I was starting out. Didn't really know too much when I first started up buying this, but now as I do more research and get more informed, I know I got to get the heck out of here because the fees are way just too high. As we go into JEPQ, finally a bright spot here in my stocks. As of today, it was down a tiny bit. It's at a little bit over 53. Year to date, it's up 6.25. $3.12, but it's been around a little bit over a year and it's been doing great. It's up almost 25%, $10 and change, and it also has a nice yield, 9.73%. As we go over to ADV, okay, things are getting better, guys. Another good company. It closed at 177. The 52-week range is about 131 to 180. Year to date, it's up 14%, $22. And as we shoot over to the 5-year chart, look at this, guys, 127%. It's up $98 in 5 years. Wow. As we look at the dividend is pretty impressive too. $1.55, 3.5%. And I'm pretty sure everyone is ecstatic about this company. Morningstar, really not really, has a 3-star rating. Refinitiv has it's pretty nice, a 12-month target of 181. S&P Global has a 4-star and a buy rating and a $188 price target. And Argus has a hold on it. As we go into Abbott, another good company here, guys. 119, the 52-week range is about 90 to 120. Year to date, also up a nice chunk here, 8%, $9. As we go to the 5-year chart, also very nice upside, 55%, $42. And it also pays a little dividend here. The rate is 1.85%, 55 cents a quarter. Let's see what the analysts are saying. Morningstar, 2-star, pretty low. Refinitiv has a price target of 125. S&P Global has a buy and a target of 126. And Argus has a buy on this stock with a price target of 135. As we shoot into ConAgra Brands. Not another stock that hasn't been doing too hot. I got it a while ago. Year to date, it's basically down 3%. I was watching a show on cable TV, one of our financial networks, and they recommended this, and it hasn't been going too good. The 5-year chart, it's up 25% in 5 years, but I haven't had it that long. I've had it maybe 2 years and change, so I bought it like in the low 30s, I believe, so I'm losing some here. Dividend of 35 cents a quarter and a 5% yield, which has been going up since the stock is going down. And S&P Global has a hold on this and a $30 price target, which still puts me at a loser even if it makes it $30. But we're going to hold on to it for the long term, see what happens, guys. The following are all ETFs that my financial advisor put me in. It's basically kind of like a money market / safe account where we have a few dollars for emergency, basically our emergency fund here. Vanguard Short-Term Treasury ETF VGSH. It's about 58 year to date, basically flat. You go over to the 5-year chart, it's down like 3%. As you shoot over to the dividend, it's about 3.3%. And it has a 4-star rating, above average return, and a below average risk. The Spider Bloomberg floating ETF, it's about $30 year to date. It's basically flat. 5 years, flat again. It pays a little, almost 6% dividend here. And it's a 4-star rated fund, above average return, and it has above average risk according to this. iShares, a floating rate ETF, year to date, it's basically $50 year to date, flat. 5-year flat, about a 5% yield. And it's all over the board here on Morningstar. You got 3, you got 4, you got a 2, you got low risk and average return. Again, guys, remember, talk with your financial planner before you invest in anything. Hope this video was informative, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And thanks for watching. Have a great day.